I'm Luvenia Lewis. I'm a registered nurse, currently serving as parish nurse at St. Paul United Church of Christ, where Pastor Doug Horner is the senior pastor, and Pastor Lori Tisher is the outreach minister. Currently, I serve the community and the parishioners here at this church. I provide for them health services that are much needed for the homeless and those people who are uninsured and underinsured in the community. For the parishioners, I provide blood pressure screenings, health care screenings, a couple of health fairs a year, and all the other questions that they may have unanswered. Parish nurses serve as resource nurses, so we're able to help the community find those resources that they need to stay healthy. And if they find themselves in dishealth, we look for sources to help them to deal with those health problems and challenges and bring themselves to a state of well-being. My goal is to help people to understand the need for being healthy as we continue in our world today. Along with that blood pressure screening, we do an educational teaching piece. We ask them if they're on any blood pressure medications, if they're being seen by a doctor, and if they have taken their blood pressure today. Prior to taking the blood pressure, we ask the client to sit back and relax, take a deep breath, and let it out. Some people get white coat syndrome when it's time to have their blood pressure checked, particularly if they are a person who has been diagnosed as hypertensive. So the deep breathing helps to lower the blood pressure, bring it to its normal state, and it also serves as a relaxation mechanism for the client. Okay, so I'm going to put the cover on at this time. Your blood pressure today is 130/60. You do have, you did take your medicine.
Yes, yesterday. Okay. Take it at 7 o'clock every day.
7 o'clock in the evening?
Yes.
Okay.
I take this lisinopril.
Many of the clients are very much aware of what they're taking for their blood pressure, and they have set a schedule for themselves. So that works out very well in terms of controlling their hypertensive and being in charge of their health. Here at the center, we like to check the age. We keep record on the ages of the clients we see so that we can do some demographics as to what populations we're seeing here at the center. Your pressure's good this morning.
Is it?
Uh-huh. Don't forget to take your medicine tonight, though.
I don't, believe me. I've come too far to goof it up now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dan comes to us periodically for some of the things that he needs. Today he's requesting some socks and did you need a razor?
I get razors and all that.
Personal hygiene.
Yep.
On last week, Dan was in to see us, and he had some health issues. Mm-hmm. He's a veteran, so what he needed, we were not able to provide, so we referred him back to the VA. The doctor gave him a prescription, he got his medicine, and unfortunately, while he was having his lunch at one of the centers, someone walked off with his bag of medication. So Dan is still without his medication, but hopefully the doctor will consider refurbishing or re-subscribing his medication for him. And he said they're working on it right now. Dan, have the center here been beneficial to you?
Excellent. Excellent. Absolutely excellent.
Tell Betsey what we provided for you.
Oh, correct. Because I got, as you can see, I got no socks.
Pull your pants leg up. Currently, he's without socks.
I got a big
Right now he's got a swollen ankle that I need to talk to him about, and we'll talk about that at another time, later today. But we're going to see what's going on there. Dan is not a candidate for my walking research because he's a biker.
Oh, yeah.
So he bikes all the time, but we have to find out what's going on with his ankle so that we can, if necessary, get him another referral back to the VA to see what's going on there. I'm wondering if his medication that he's missing right now.
I noticed my hands have been swelling up.
Right.
My knuckles in the mornings are all swelled. I can't hardly get my rings on. But then after I get to pedaling and motivate a little bit, my circulation picks up.
It helps.
And it helps.
Right.
Out. But I've been kind of like bloating up. Yeah.
And that's probably as a result of his not being on his medication, but as we mentioned, his medication was stolen. Okay.
And I'm talking to MHS tomorrow. I have a meeting at 3 o'clock
Okay.
about housing.
Okay, great.
So,
One of the other things that we work with our clients on is helping them to get housing. Pastor Lori normally works with them on that, but it's a part of my concern too, that they have a safe environment, a place that they can stay. Many times they lose much of their personal possessions, like their medication. Many of them have to sleep in their shoes when they're on the street. So, because if they take their shoes off, someone will take them. So we try to find them a place where they can call home in all practical purposes, so that they don't become vulnerable to the other part of the community that's not sensitive to their needs. Thank you, Dan.
thank you.
Okay. He apparently encountered a dog who was hungry, so he thought his finger would be good for him. So he has a bite on his finger. So we're going to let him wash his hands so that we can get all the dirt and the debris off of it. And then we're going to soak it in a little bit of hydrogen peroxide. This gives me a chance to look at it and see what needs to be done, if he needs a referral to the emergency room. Okay, come on. We're going to picture you, okay? All right. Let me see your hand. Okay. This is the hand that we're going to look at. Apparently he had a dog bite. We're going to send him into the bathroom and let him wash it real good with this antiseptic soap, okay? And then he's going to come back and we're going to soak it in a little bit of hydrogen peroxide. And it looks like it will be okay if we keep it clean. We will refer him, though, to the emergency room if he should have any signs of infection, such as pus or excessive drainage. Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to put a little bit of this in your hand on that finger, but the whole hand I want you to wash real good, both of them, with this, and come back and put a little hydrogen peroxide on. Okay.
All right.
We looked at Ricky's finger and we sent him to the sink to be sure it was very clean before we did anything to it. Okay, so right now we're going to just soak it in some hydrogen peroxide. Fortunately, we don't need a prescription for that because it's a over-the-counter antiseptic, just to offer a little more cleansing. Put your hand in the bowl, Ricky. And we're going to just put a little peroxide on. It may sting just a little bit, Ricky, but it'll just cleanse out all of the impurities, okay? Just swish it around a little bit. Just plain old hydrogen peroxide. And we're going to give Ricky a little bit of this to take with him so that maybe tomorrow morning, which is a day when I'm not here at the center, he can cleanse it again. All right, so let's dry your hands with that. Again, we're not a healthcare facility, but here at the center, we do provide first aid when needed. So put your hand on there. So what I'm going to do for him today is I'm just going to wrap this so that he can keep it clean during the day. Advise him to take the bandage off tonight and let the air get to it. check it in the morning. If he runs into any kind of pussy drainage, then he needs to go up to either Metro, which is one of the county hospital here in Cleveland, or to Lutheran, and see if they will have a doctor check it out. It's very important that we have first aid supplies here at the center, because we never know when someone is going to need this type of service. If we had more funding, we could be sure that all of our workers here have first aid training, so that on those days when I am not here, if the need should arise, they are able to provide the necessary first aid for our clients. So today, not only did Ricky run into the dog situation, but they called the police on him because he walked too close to the fence. I don't know how he can avoid that. I know that he can't walk close to the fence, but he's going to work on it because he needs his fingers, because he also is a scrapper.
Right.
And without his hands, he can't scrap. It's important to keep this covered while he's scrapping, because many times while they're scrapping, they get into areas that are not clean, and this will keep his wound clean and free from infection. And he's able to take it off when he's not scrapping, and leave it open to the air, because as Florence Nightingale said, air is one of the best healers, the clean, fresh air. So that's what we would want for that. Okay, Ricky, here's your, what did you need today? Hygiene?
Yeah.
Okay, you gonna try to shave?
Yep.
Okay, and some socks.
Thank you. You guys have a nice day.
Okay, thank you. You
Okay.
too.
We'll take it back to the school.
Okay. Okay. Miss Hill, I need you to sign in right here. Okay, thank you. These are the only socks I have left, Miss Hill. Okay. So today, Miss Hill is receiving our personal hygiene kit with her personal items that she'll need, and a pair of socks. And we provide nourishment sometimes for our clients to be sure that they're well nourished. Usually it's fruit. Today it's crackers. Thank you.
All right, have a nice one.
Thank you.
Bye.
It's interesting here at St. Paul's. I provide many services. Some people would say, well, is that nursing? As I said before, nursing is helping mankind to realize and maintain their human dignity. And that's where nursing falls. Florence Nightingale, she didn't look at nursing as something that was only changing a Band-Aid or bandage or giving medicine. She looked at it as holistically taking care of that whole person. And to the point where her teaching was to clean the environment. If necessary, wash the windowsills. If necessary, dust the linen, dust the environment, sweep the floor, because that cleanliness would help bring about the health and healing that was needed. As I matriculate through the environment here at St. Paul's, that's what I look at. When I have a client come in who say, my feet are wet, I say to them, sit down, let me check your feet. Because I want to know, I don't want to just give them a clean pair of socks. I want to know that those feet are not only free of sores and blisters, but that those toenails are well kept, that they're not a lot of corns and calluses there. And if so, I like to refer them to a place where they can get those things taken care of. Also, client comes in and I realize that they are not fully clad and the weather is cold outside. I look for clothes for them, from the innermost clothes to the outer clothes. And that's important to people. Many of my clients are homeless, and some of them who are not homeless lack some of the basic needs that Maslow talked about when he talked about his self-actualization. We can't become self-actualized until our basic needs are met, and then we can start working on that hierarchy. And so I look for the basic needs of these clients, and I help them to work through that. We do blood pressure screenings. For some of them, there's lots of diabetics out there who carry their meter around with them, but they still don't know how to check their blood sugar. They come in to me and I'll check their blood sugar for them, and if necessary, give them their insulin and send them on their way. And many times there are clients who come in who needs referrals. They're having breathing problems, and they have been told, don't come back to the emergency room. So we have to find sources for them, places for them to go and get the help that they need. There are many people who are uninsured, underinsured, and just plain don't have anything. And our sources here at St. Paul help them to get through those. Some of them have homes, but they don't have linen. They don't have gas. They can't afford to pay for that prescription that the doctor just wrote. So we here at St. Paul's, together with the outreach workers, try to find for them the things that they need, so that they can maintain their human dignity.